still think it's hilarious, though, that Mr. Beast got sued for these nuts.
How do you think that court case went? You're just on the jury. So you say you claim that you
I use these
You
nuts.
own these nuts.
So you-
I own these nuts.
But they're my nuts.
No! You fool.
Ah!
Is that how We're in it to win it, baby! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 1 of Teens in Things, the podcast for you. The one you need to fill that wretched hole inside your heart. The one you need to show off to your girlfriend. That you will...
If you have one.
If you have one, which we do not. Shut up! I'm not done yet with my intro.
Mason has a girlfriend.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Teens and Things, the podcast where the teens talk about things. I am here with my co-hosts, competitors, fools, friends sometimes, on a good day, on a bad day,
We do a
merely
podcast.
acquaintances. We do, on a bad day, we do a podcast. I'm here with Cage.
Yo.
Mason.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Oh, yeah.
Episode 1.
Yep, episode 1.
Like
Again, because
Again.
we don't talk about the first track.
For some clarification, we went on for like a solid 15 minutes. Mason's phone died halfway through.
Don't worry, we got it plugged in this time.
We got it plugged in this time. It's at like 67%?
I don't know.
67%?
It is not dead.
It is not dead, and that is
I
the
think it might
important
not be
part.
recording right now. Yeah, it says it.
Yeah, it says it's recording. So that's okay. Anyway, Cage, anything interesting going on in your life right now? You're gulpy boy?
It's leg day today.
Back up, or is it not happening?
No,
yet?
I went.
Yeah?
Yeah?
I went. Woke up this morning at 7. Got ready. I left to the high school. I
Okay.
got there. First 30 minutes. Grabbed 50-pound dumbbells, each hand.
Uh-huh.
And I lunged about 20 yards back and forth for 30 minutes. Then I went inside.
I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
I put 50s on each side of the bar, which the bar is 45, which is a total of I was squatting
145, because 50, 50,
145.
45.
So I was basically squatting me plus 10 pounds.
Me
Then,
plus 10 pounds as well. He weighs just about as much as I do.
then,
Same as me.
then we do laterals or whatever they're
Did
called.
laterals.
Yes.
Lateraled.
Ladder dude.
What we did, we put 35s on each side. You grab it and you just stand up with the bar.
Stand up. It's not that hard, guys.
Yeah, you're just standing up to 100 pounds.
So just workout routine today?
I'm not finished yet. Okay.
Okay.
Then went out and we worked. We did feet drills with the.
The
ladders.
host is getting tired of this.
The host can deal with it.
The host has the power. Fool.
But anyway, then we did running, 300-yard sprints. Then we worked core, and then I went home.
That's it?
We're done now?
Yeah, we're done.
I think he's done.
Okay, good.
Thank goodness. Mason, how about you? Anything interesting going on in your life?
No, not really.
No?
I broke the logo. this week
No!
Earlier.
Fools.
Merged all my stuff.
Blast. It all went into one layer, and we're like,
Which is fine.
Mr. Stark, I
we'll
feel
restart
so good.
You're gonna get copyrighted to that one.
It's a quote! No, we're not!
We'll see.
Yeah,
I have no idea how it works.
me neither. Alright. Got a subject for this episode.
Yes, what is it?
Drum roll, please. Times we have goofed up.
Times we've goofed up.
Times we have been
Oh.
the imbecile. Times we were wrong. The episode can be goofed or goofed up. Whatever.
Or an
But yeah.
F with 3, an F with 5 stars.
Shut up. Yeah.
Family
goof-
friendly.
Family friendly, doggone it.
What? It was for first. Gosh.
Alright, so, yeah, the episode is Times We Goofed Up. I told this story on our first episode attempt, and I'm going to tell it again because it was a pretty big goof. the hair flip, it was a pretty big goof.
Pretty big goof, guys.
Yeah. So, y'all know this story.
Yeah. We know where this is going.
Yeah.
Just tell it faster this time.
I am in a theater group. I'm a theater kid, and
That wasn't apparent.
shut up.
Excessively loud voice.
Nope.
It was not apparent.
So, anyway, it's a game of white elephant, and young junior year Justus has a thrilling idea, a beautiful idea.
That was your mom's idea.
It was an excellent idea. Anyway, I did not know all the rules of white elephant. I knew that you give gift. Give me gift. Gift me. You steal gift? That's what I knew. It was like caveman rules. Like, you know the rules.
The
But
basics.
you know the basics. I did not know. There was a version where you told a story and you passed it left and right, back and forth. Yes. Yes.
Mrs. Claus left as Mr. Claus went to the right of his house.
Shut
That's
up.
Because he has the right.
It's like so explicit, like left, right, right, left, right, left, right.
It gets confusing.
It gets funky.
He
Anyway, my gift es muy fragile. It's very fragile.
That's not how you say fragile.
Shut up. It is very, very fragile. So, it starts getting passed around left, right, left. And I'm like, oh no, left. Oh no, right, no! And I'm like, okay, guys. And I had to stand up. And I was like, guys. Can't stand up, I might be out of frame. Guys, my gift es muy fragile.
No, it's a
Please be careful. And instantly Peter McGee starts dropping on the ground. And I'm like, Peter! I love you, but please don't. Anyway, Peter drops it on the ground explicitly. And I'm like, well, he didn't he wasn't up here, he was like dropping it on the ground. And I was like, stop. By this time, I think my gift is already broken. And by broken, I mean dead. I put a goldfish in the bag.
Not a cracker, guys.
Not a cracker. I took a live goldfish in its bag, sticked that goldfish bag in a gift bag, and taped that gift bag shut so people could not look inside. I did not realize how easily goldfish kicked the bucket. So, I goofed pretty hard. As you can guess, there's 75 people in this game of White Elephant because it was for a theater thing. And everybody thought I was a psycho. Everybody thought I was a maniac because what idiot brings a dead goldfish to White Elephant?
Justice does.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you did.
I did. Doggone it, I did. And the girl's face when she pulled it out. Anyway, that's my story of how I goofed up pretty bad. It doesn't need to be stories, it could just be little moments. Like, what are the moments that you keep you up at night that you're like, you know those moments where you're like, oh, I was an idiot as a kid. It's those moments. I want to know those. I will open the floor to you two.
All right.
Alright. I'll go first. Not a big moment. I lived in a remote town, far away.
Remote?
Yes, very remote.
What town was it?
Blackfoot. Anyway,
Oh, this was way back in Blackfoot.
we lived
We were
in a
wa-
townhome,
Oh
and
my
we lived in a townhome.
Speak up so the camera can.
We lived in a townhome,
Okay.
and we were going home from something. This is only one of the stories I'm going to tell about this place.
Okay.
We lived in a story. This isn't when I
Lived
goofed
in a
up.
story.
Yes. This isn't when I goofed up. This is when my younger brother goofed up. You know how when you turn the corner to home and everyone's like unbuckling because
You know, home's
my
right there.
little brother, he unbuckled. And as we're turning the corner, he opens the door to save time. The car is still moving. He unbuckled and opened the door and just sat there like, he opened the door and just sat there like,
Wait, is this Cruz?
It was Cruz. He opened the door.
I
as we're
remember
driving,
this story.
And he just sits there like.
It's not like a story. He just opens the door and it's just hanging open as we're
And,
driving.
and he's sitting. It's not even. He looked like he did nothing wrong. He's sitting there like.
Trying to
I
be
was like-
efficient.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Another quick story about this place. Before I knew how to read, my dad handed me a pack of gum. Now this wasn't like. This didn't look like a strip of gum. It looked like a round. It wasn't even a ball. It looked like a round tablet. I
Okay.
grabbed it, and it tasted good, so I swallowed it. And then I'm like, can I have another one? He's like, no. I'm like, why not? And he's like, because you swallowed it. I'm like, well, didn't you supposed to swallow it? And he's like, it's gum. I'm like, what?
Oh.
And then at that moment, my lungs got inflated, and I went to the hospital, and I'm just kidding.
And then I died because gum was in my throat.
Did you die?
Did you?
Well, yes.
Sadly,
But I lived.
sadly, yes.
But I
lived. Anyway, anything else?
Another quick moment where my brother goofed up, still is happening to this day. He repeats my jokes louder. I say them to him, then he says them out loud.
I
Everyone
don't
goes,
say them louder.
Good joke, Justus.
I don't do them louder. I do them better.
He does them louder.
That's subjective.
Silence, peasants. I am the director for this episode, and I silence thee. And thee.
Yeah, I ain't having buddy. The whole point of this is to have audio. And you're telling everybody to shut up! And it's not working.
That could be a ringtone. Shut up! That's pretty funny. Anyway,
I cannot think of one.
really?
Mason's too perfect.
Yeah,
You're too
okay.
much of a perfect baby boy?
No, I just can't think of any
parents-
that aren't just like boring stories.
Okay, but like, what's a moment you messed up?
You
Like,
could talk about the time you got pulled over in the school parking lot.
I've not been pulled over in the school parking lot. I've been pulled over outside of the school parking lot twice.
well, divulge.
First time, I still think it's stupid.
Your Honor.
Exactly.
I plead stupidity.
No, I plead not guilty. Your cop's stupid. Anyway, it was just on my way to early morning seminary, and I'm like the only person on the road because it's
Early morning. It's like what, 6:50 in the morning?
yeah, probably 6:50. I'm just at the intersection right
Was
outside
this in
of
your
Stella.
yellow truck?
Yeah, my bright yellow truck. That's probably why.
He did not like the
saw me
truck.
from 6 miles away. And was like,
He's like, that minion
He's
colored
like,
truck.
I
does
need
not
to do
deserve-"
something today.
"You got a
I'm
quarter to
bored.
He
I need
leaned
a story to tell
he
my
leaned
wife when
over
I
to
get
his
home.
buddy. They're eating donuts. He leaned over to his buddy. He's like, $5 says I'll go pull over this guy for no reason whatsoever.
$5, you go arrest that yellow truck right now. Do it.
Bah.
I do it. I dare you. Yeah.
So I pull up. It's a red light. I stop. In my opinion.
In my opinion. I stop, in my opinion.
Exactly. The cop says otherwise. Right.
Cop says I didn't.
Yeah, I pull up to the red light to turn right to get to the school, and just
For those of you who are younger and didn't know, when you are turning right, at least in America, when we drive on the right side of the road, both pun intended
You
and
English
literally,
idiots.
when the light is red and there's no car either turning left from the other side or going straight forward from your left, you are available to turn right.
But
After
have to
you stop.
You have to stop in order to contain the
A
flow.
complete
And-
stop.
yeah. Emphasis on complete, because apparently that's not what I did. Yeah. So I
Mason,
turn
you
right.
fool.
Come to a stop. I'm probably moving like this, pretty much stopped. Officer says I don't ever completely stop, and I go back to the turn. He said, he didn't say much. It was a state trooper, so I was screwed from the beginning.
Those
Pulled me over.
doggone
I had
state
a-
Pulled me
troopers.
over,
I had
knocked
a-
on my window, took license,
Then you're just gone.
ran ticket, gave ticket, left.
How much was the ticket?
He He spoke
I was-
maybe 30 words, like the whole interaction.
So I had a state trooper behind me once. I kid you not, I went the speed limit perfectly. Like this state trooper was right behind me and he was following me
This
the entire
state
time.
trooper was on.
He
Casey's
was like,
rear. He was
no, and it
ready.
was like I had like some friends in the car, so it was like
the most stereotypical, like
teenagers in the car, so it would look like I was drunk or something if I got pulled over.
teenagers
This
make
state
you
trooper-
drunk.
This state trooper was
Obviously.
waiting. This state trooper was waiting for me to do something. He followed me until we reached the highway, like the freeway, right
What's
past.
the difference between the highway and the
I
freeway?
don't give a crap. But anyway, we were going, and so when we leave our school, you turn left and there's this road, and you turn right, and then you merge on and start your adventure with us. But anyway,
Adventures.
this cop followed me, and I was just like, the entire time I was going the speed limit, I stopped at red lights, I signaled before I turned, and this cop was like following me, and then I eventually I merged, and he just keeps going, but he was just waiting for me to do something wrong.
Yeah.
I can tell. Like, if there's a cop behind you, you better believe they're trying to do
I'm
it.
not.
That's where you like look around. Okay, everyone's got seatbelts on.
Put
We're
your
going
seatbelt
33
on.
and 35. We're good there.
Oh my
Blinkers
gosh.
should be working.
Speaking of seatbelts, there's this time I was driving and all my siblings were fighting, and I looked to make sure there's no one around me, so I slammed on the brakes. I kid you not, every single one of them flew forward, and they were like, "We're not wearing our seatbelts," and I was like,
Wait, do you hear cops at the door?
No.
I kid you not. All of the little kids
No.
in my car, I slammed on the brake, flew through the windshield.
I wasn't driving fast. I was going
We are
like 20.
giving video
And I stopped,
evidence
and
of
all of them
crimes
went.
right now.
All of them
No,
went
we're
forward.
telling a story.
And no, but what
No one
happened?
said these were real stories.
No, but then I stopped, and I'm like, you guys don't have
We
your
don't have
seatbelts
it, you're good.
on.
Don't hold up the court.
And I'm like,
Hold up.
and I was like, you guys don't have your seatbelts on, and they were like,
No.
and they're terrified because I like stopped suddenly, and I'm like, put your gosh darn seatbelt on.
Gosh darn.
Well, hot diggity
Gosh
dog.
diddly darn it.
Well, diddly do, neighborhoody.
Shoot dang, Mick. Anyway, I got pulled over recently. For the first time. It was terrifying.
Oh,
Absolutely scary.
good for you.
It was my fault. It was not for speeding or anything. I just forgot to put my lights on.
What time was it?
It was like right after sundown. Like
And we were going to get Little
9:30.
Caesars.
we
So
were
you
going to
missed it
get
by
Little
like half an
Caesars.
hour.
I missed
Because they're
the.
supposed to have it on.
I thought it
30
was
minutes
half an
before.
hour after. The law is as soon as sunset hits, lights need to be
Are
on.
you sure? Because I could have sworn
The
it's 30
cop
minutes
said that.
before
Well, the
sunset.
literal
Really?
cop said
That's
it.
what I've been.
Mason was the cop.
The cop goes the moment
Cops don't
sunset
know the
hits.
laws.
Cops
Shut up, Mason.
That is
They
a
enforce
hot
it.
take.
No,
That
they
is
really
a
don't.
hot take.
You don't ever take an officer's word.
You
If
learned
they
that from
say no,
Mr.
you can't do
Anderson,
something,
too.
that's when you.
That's
We're going straight to the Supreme Court.
you got that from
He
Mr.
says I rolled through that stoplight.
You got that from Mr. Andrews, didn't you?
Maybe. I don't actually know, but that's definitely
Your
what
Honor,
I think.
cops don't know the law.
Obviously, do to an extent,
No.
but like
My
I've
history
seen
teacher-
plenty of clips of cops being completely wrong.
Stupid. Yeah.
My 8th grade history teacher.
Or just lying about
Yeah.
the laws.
My 8th grade history teacher.
First of
No.
No,
I'm
no.
sorry,
No,
Disclaimer.
it's a story about Mr. Andrews. You do not interrupt a story about
He
Mr.
taught me-
Andrews.
My bad.
He
My
taught
bad.
me some advice. Okay. So cops,
I'm not your friend.
no, they're taught to say things like a question because they legally can't do anything without like a search warrant or whatever all
Yeah.
that stuff. So when they're like, "Oh, can you step out of your car?" They make it sound like a question, but they make it sound like a statement, but it's a question.
Yeah.
And if you say no, they can say everything all they want, but they can't do anything. Like
Are you?
Mr.
I
Andrews.
I think that is the one thing that if cop says step out of your vehicle, you have to. It's
Well,
not-
no, but like,
There's a
I've heard of
case
that.
at one point. I forget what it's
it might,
called.
but like, if they're asking you like search your car, like, all right, do you?
You can deny searching of your car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can be. They'll say things like, all right, we're gonna need to search our car.
Unless they see like
they'll
a bottle
say
of beer,
no.
like in your cup.
Unless
Like,
they
Mr.
have
Andrus-
reasonable.
Mr. Yeah,
Cops.
but Mr. Andrews, he told me, he's like, cops will say things like, all right, we're gonna need to search your car, okay? The second they say that okay, it's a question, not
Yeah.
a statement. The second they say that okay, it becomes a question. So when you respond to them with yeah okay, that's you saying yes, you can search my car. What you gotta do is look for those, and then you just full on deny.
It's the same concept of anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law.
Yeah.
They are so good at twisting speech.
Yeah.
They're so good at it.
Luckily, the cop that pulled over Justus was chill.
Oh, he was so chill.
None of mine were. I had a state trooper, and the second one, much more chill. He was not a state trooper, so he had a heart.
State troopers suck. Coming straight from TAT.
We'll go on the highway, and my dad, my uncle, they're driving. It's like we're going across the country for whatever reason, family reunion.
Right.
And they go. Everyone does it. No one can deny it. They speed a bit.
Yeah.
They'll look. They see a state trooper, and the car just slows down by 20 miles. I swear. Not actually. I'm exaggerating here, but I feel so much slower when we're driving by a car.
Because you feel so much. You pay attention. To
It's
literally
like
everything.
the scythe of death looming over your neck. Like any moment I can mess up and I'm dead.
Exactly.
So yeah, back to my story. I got pulled over. Just lights were
Oh yeah,
on.
that's how that started.
Right, that's how that tangent started. Anyway, it was completely normal, just forgot to have my lights on, you know? Normally we drive a Ford Expedition, lights automatically turn on, so.
They don't automatically turn on.
The Ford Expedition does.
Not the car we drive.
Right, no. We drive a Toyota RAV4. Those lights don't automatically turn on. I drove the Ford Expedition prior, so the lights automatically turned on. So I got into
turning
the
on the
other
lights in your car, turn on the back lights for all the dials. Because I've never forgotten to turn my lights on, just because it's very obvious when they're not on and when they are.
Well, it was the sun was set, but it was still bright outside.
The sun was barely set, so
Yeah.
I could see in front of me just fine.
It's like when you can tell it starts to get dark, but it's not dark.
It's like that point of the day where you're like, it's gonna get dark really fast, but it's not dark right now. It's like right after sunset, but it's still bright in the sky.
It was bright in the
still
sky when
past.
he got pulled over, but when he got home, it was pitch black.
Right. Not pitch black, but it was dark. Yeah, the cop pulled me over super chill. I was terrified. I was so scared because it was my first time getting pulled over. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm screwed. I'm going to jail. I'm dead. That was my thought process. And then the cop pulls up and I'm like, is there a problem, officer? And he's like, oh yeah, you're just driving without your lights on. The law is just you need to keep your lights on after sunset. And I was like, oh, flick. And he goes, license and registration and stuff. And I'm like, oh sure, whip out license. Find the registration. Proof of insurance. Yeah, sure, just let me.
What's the proof of insurance?
I haven't had any
Okay,
of the papers
so
on me both
here's
times.
the-
I just have my driver's
We
license.
have
That's why the cops
we
didn't
have-
like me, because they had to go through their computer for 10 minutes trying to find all my stuff because I don't have papers on me.
Okay, so here's the
That
thing.
would make sense. Right?
So here's the thing. I was in the car when he got pulled over. Here's the thing. We found registration perfectly. He had his license on him.
License on
We have 50 papers in there.
Oh my
None
gosh,
of them. None of them had anything to do with the insurance.
None of them
the
was
car.
proof of insurance. I had to call my mom, and I had to look over at the officer, and I was like, I'm really stressed right now. This is my first time getting pulled over, and it looks super suspicious with 14s in the car.
Because there was.
Can I please call my mom and get proof of insurance? And he's like, yeah, knock yourself out, man. I cannot stress how chill this cop was.
Yeah.
He was so cool. He was so ridiculously chill, and I'm like,
He's
Thank
the
you.
cop that makes you want to be a cop. Just
he's
to
the
be
cop that makes you want to be the nice cop. He's that guy.
He's like the good cop from the freaking Lego movie. Oh, would you like a glass of water?
Too bad. Too bad. Yeah, he was super nice. I had to call my mom, and I was like, Mom, I got pulled over for not having my lights on. Where's the proof of insurance? I'm in the Prius. And she's like, Dad's gonna send you a picture of it. Calm down. And I was like, okay. Boop. I get the picture of proof of insurance. Everything's fine. And he shows off. And he He drives off. Everything's fine.
You drive off first. Actually.
I drove off first. Well, duh. And Tim goes, I hope the first 3 sips of water is 3 AM sips for you, Justice. That was such a scary stop.
No, but okay, here's the thing. You got stopped. You said you were stressed out. I was the opposite. I was like, can I go home now? I was bored when we got pulled over.
You were not in the driver's seat, fool.
I know I wasn't. Which is why I was sitting there, and I see you. You're like,
I'm really stressed
And then,
out right now.
and then I'm just sitting there like, I did the thing where I just pulled out my phone and I'm just like,
Just scrolling.
like you're not. It looks like you're doing something. You're just
all you're
swiping
doing.
back and
You're
forth.
just
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I was super nervous, but like people see all those clips of like police officers like being jerks on YouTube and stuff, and this guy was super nice. He was super chill. He was great. You going somewhere?
Yeah.
You're leaving me? Or are you just checking on the?
You know what you just did, Justice? You know what you just did?
What did I do?
This is a family.
No, wait. I know what you're talking about. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What?
Nothing.
Justice did something.
My
very
hand
naughty.
was open. Calm down. Yeah. It was a pretty hefty goof. It was the.
I can't tell what either of you are saying.
That's alright. So yeah, that was a pretty hefty goof. What are we at for a timestamp?
What?
What?
I still.
What
don't
are we
know
at for a
what to say.
timestamp?
I have no idea. What are we at? Open. Oh, I hasn't been recording this.
Oh no! 25 minutes? That's balling.
No.
Anybody else? What's the? Ooh. What are times our parents got mad for us for something that wasn't our fault?
I'm the oldest, so.
All the time.
Have that how you will.
Here's a story.
Oh, remember the story of our uncles and the Oreos? We could tell that story.
That's not our story.
But
That's not a story for us to tell. Master usually said that. Anyway, we did. I went to Rigby Lake like yesterday.
yesterday, quickly just throw it out
Okay,
on
no.
location.
Here's the thing.
That's where I got this.
It's basically a big lake. It's a lake where you go
Small
swimming.
lake, actually.
It's a lake, and you go in the water and you have fun. I don't like swimming, and we were there for 5 hours. The entire time, my mom was like, "Cut!" No, not the entire time. My mom, when we got home, my mom got really mad at me. She was like, "Cut! We were there for 5 hours, and you're just sitting around. Granted, I took you to a place and did an activity you absolutely hate, but still, that's like if I took you to pull weeds for 5 hours, and I love to pull weeds. It's like you're like, hey, we're gonna pick up trash for the community for 5 hours. Yeah.
You make community service sound like such a terrible thing.
It's not, but it is.
It's not, but it is. Can I have a sip
It's
of that?
taxing to do.
Can I have a sip of that?
No.
I'm sipping my root beer.
It's taxing to do. Community service is great, guys. I'm just saying. It's boring.
Yeah. Welcome back. We missed you.
Yeah.
Kate just talking about how terrible community service is.
I'm
Okay.
saying how boring community service is. Basically, the story is my mom took me swimming for 5 hours yesterday, and I hate to swim, and she got mad at me for it.
Ah, nice.
Like, I had no say, and she's like, "Hi kids, we're going to Rigby Lake," and I'm like, "Should I bring a change of clothes?" She's like, "No, we're there and gone." We were there for 5 hours, and I don't like to swim. So my mom was like, and then my mom, she pulled me over when we got home, and she's like, "I can't believe all you did was sit around." That's like, I told this to Justice. It's like if I told you, I'm like, "Hey Mason, we're gonna go pull weeds just for fun for
Just for
5
fun.
hours, okay?"
Sounds like a lovely time.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah. And
I got it. Yeah.
Then I went and I mowed a lawn afterwards, and I kid you not, the entire time I was singing like.
the shower fights that you have in your head, like where you like think of stuff you should have said, and then
you gotta
like
debate again. I do it all the time.
all the time.
I did
Everybody
the
does.
entire time while I was mowing.
I have one more goof up story. It's a smaller one. And if you guys don't have anything else, I think half hour is the amount of time. I'm gonna set this down and finish the story. Okay. So the main advertisement of TAT is that we three come from different like backgrounds and stuff. Not different
No,
backgrounds.
same
but,
background, different interests.
Different interests. You're gaming. I'm really into like theater and music and stuff. And Cage is our jock, sports athlete kind of kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a jock.
This story
I do
is
sports.
when I was in High School Musical. It was with a company I will not name. Actually,
his first kiss.
Can I name it?
Yeah.
That is technically true, but it did not count. Do you think I could name the company?
I have no idea.
Rising Stars.
That was it. Rising Star
Oh.
Theater. Yeah. Shout
Nothing
out to
big.
Rising Star Theater. That'd be cool.
Oh, there
Nothing
you go.
big.
You word it as a shout out. You're not criticizing them, then boom, golden.
Oh no, I'm not criticizing them at all. They're so cool.
Respect.
Yeah. Yeah. I was out doing performing. We were performing High School Musical.
You know what?
Um,
this together.
We're all in this together. I don't even remember half of the songs from that show, but it was fun. I played Troy Bolton, the big man himself.
You did a terrible job during the basketball scene. I'm not even gonna lie. Your ball skills are terrible.
I'm a theater kid, not a jock. Theater kid pretending to be a jock is an interesting combination.
I'll have you know,
sure.
Zac Efron did it.
Zac Efron is my boy. Yeah. Anyway, remember the time I forgot my line in front of everybody?
Yeah.
And I acted like a monkey.
What?
Yep, that's what happened.
Okay, so the scene.
No, I'm telling my story.
No, but
There was
also,
this-
the scene was he was supposed to like do
It's-
something because he got detention.
Detention. The story
not
is we get
detention.
detention, right? And
He has to go help with.
help at the theater class, right? Let me tell my story, doggone it. And anyway, we're all on stage in this scene. Everybody, like, I think almost the whole cast was out there participating, and we were all like going crazy.
It was
and
like 20 people, Justice. It wasn't the entire cast.
it was like 2/3 of the cast, maybe.
It was like half.
Stop patronizing me.
Tell
Anyway.
the story right.
Where was I?
And
Yeah. Shoot.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
No.
no, thank you.
Okay, so we're all on stage together, but and the 20 people on stage, according to Cage, are jumping around. We're all acting like characters, and I chose to act like a monkey. So I'm like getting up and like doing big monkey noises, screeching my little head out like that, that the whole time.
Yeah.
And at one point, apparently it was my line. I did not hear anybody else say my cue line. I did not hear Gabriella.
how you
Yeah.
know? But like even if you weren't paying attention, you can tell it was his line because everyone.
I had no idea.
Like you know when
I had no
you go
idea.
to shows and like the people look at like the non-professional
The
people,
per-
they will look at people
Who
and
had
like
the line
they
next.
waited and like it like
I had no
One?
idea.
we have like
It
one
was
and a
like-
half seconds to respond until people are like, "What's going on?" Because like,
Right? I had.
and everyone kind of like glances at him like,
It was like the two people over here talk, and then the attention goes to the two people over here talking. It's like it takes a certain amount of time for that transition to take place.
Yeah.
And the time transition took a little too long. I did not hear the cue line. They were too quiet. I was mic'd. I was still jumping around acting like a monkey. And by this point, I ad-lib because I have to carry off the scene and I have no idea what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
you gotta kinda
And I go,
improvise.
that's it, I can't handle this. I'm getting to practice. And I go, and I act like a monkey, and I get on my knees and knuckles, and I run off. And that's how I goofed up that
What was
scene.
the
That
line supposed to be?
I think it was.
Were you supposed to like carry out a conversation?
So
and
you-
they're supposed
The
to,
no,
like,
I know the line. It was something along the lines of, so do you think it'd be fun enrolling in the school musical? It was something along those lines. It was that scene. It was that cue line of when Gabriella and her friend talk, and then the attention shifts over to me and Chad. Is it Chad? And it was that line I did not remember. No, I remembered it. I didn't hear them. And then I didn't hear them, and I was like, oh, wait, is it my line? And that's when I forgot. And so I got on my knuckles and knees, and I go, that's it. I can't handle this. I'm getting out of here. And I monkey out off stage. And they have to follow that up. They have to continue the scene after I do that. Which was... Theater kids know how much of a goof I'm talking about. Like, you guys may be like, oh, he messed up a line on stage. I acted like a monkey to get out of my line.
But that's also like you're in front of like a million people and you don't know what to say and there's something you're supposed to say.
Exactly. It's like when you forget what you're talking
Were
about.
you supposed to exit the stage at that point?
No, so not.
After your
So
line?
yes, and
After my line,
there was supposed to be one
Okay,
more
so
where
it's
like
not like you just
there was,
left and-
but there was I think there's supposed to be one more where it went to the other people.
Yes. Yeah, so I was technically supposed to leave at that point, but left a little early and a stylized exit.
And then the
And-
director got her belt out and started.
No, the director thought it was hilarious. Holy cow. She thought it was so funny.
Was it during like a live performance?
Yes.
That's when they recorded it. The day they recorded the show.
That's great. Stuff like that's the best part of theater, in my opinion.
Right?
I went to a show up at the Pickleville Theater in, I don't know, wherever Bear Lake is. I forget the name of the actual town that's around it.
Right?
But the Pickleville Theater, it was a detective movie, show. And there's just a whole bunch of mess ups, and you could tell they were mess ups, but the crew was professional and played it off really well. And those ended up being the best parts of the show.
Yeah, and that's why people go to improv so much, is
Yeah.
to see those moments. And that's why improv theater is its own section of theater.
It wasn't meant to be improv though. It was
Right.
like a staged show and they just messed up.
Right, but that's also why improv
That's-
is so popular. Is because people are, you come up with the stupidest stuff. Like, technically we're improv right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about whatever, and we filled over 30 minutes of time.
Except we're
And-
not acting.
No, it's not scripted, and that's where a lot of the best content comes from. Is just out of the brain, just spewing what comes to your head. And that's some of the funniest and most fun content, especially to do. Doing improv is so much fun. I take theater classes, and we do improv for warm-up games and stuff. There's all kinds of improv, and it's so fun.
The only drama class I've ever done was with Miss Perrette at Eagle Rock. The improv parts were my favorite. It was great.
Improv
I'll tell
is
you
fun.
what's a different story. Improvising on the field in sports.
Yeah.
Improving on the field.
Yes.
Nice segue, Gage.
I guess.
But like, cause I've had this happen before. When
Oh, cause yeah, you guys have scripted
when
plays.
when you
Yeah,
in
Sometimes
football.
it happen in like baseball. Or,
So I know there's
It
like
is-
scripted,
that's for
but that's
football.
like a free one. Football's like you have like planned things out,
yeah.
so
Right.
everyone knows what they're doing.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
But the worst part is when someone doesn't.
Yeah.
And so you go. I've had plays before where I got like handed the ball and I wasn't supposed to or whatever, and I'm like, what?
You're like,
But you can't just stand there and be like, what's going on? Because there's people twice your weight trying to kill you on the field. They're like, they look at you and they're like,
No,
at the
little
moment,
bug
at the
for me to
moment,
squash.
at the moment, it's literally like the guy in Looney Tunes and how he hates the bunny. It's like, I need to kill him at any side I get. That's what it's like on the football field when you see the other team. Like, we have everyone has rivals. Like, we have rivals. But when you're playing against another team, you hate them the most.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I hate to say it, you hate other people when you're playing against them.
Not hate, strongly dislike.
Hate is the right word.
Yeah, that's true, because you guys have scripted plays and stuff, right?
How about you look at me when you're talking? You're like,
Sorry.
so anyway, Mason, what about that thing last night?
My bad. I was like, I was looking at her writing.
We're listening
And
to lo-fi right
Yeah,
now.
it's the Lo-Fi Girl stream is our background
Yeah,
music right
for
now.
those, yeah. Go watch the stream and listen to it, I guess. Shout out. They're pretty cool too. It's been going on for a year.
The streams.
Some
last-
dude just has their.
Some dude just has the longest
their-
Spotify.
Has their
playlist ever.
they're just like computer always on.
How much money do you think it makes for YouTube? Could
For
you
YouTube?
like Google it?
Google how much money this makes.
Well, let's see what it's at right now. Not that controller turned off due to power saving stuff.
This
Unless it
might
died.
cut the lo-fi background music. Just potentially. Yeah.
Gosh dang it. It's got 17,000 people watching right now.
Nice.
We haven't had a single ad though. Except like at the beginning, but that's not in the podcast.
Because
at all. That was when
because
we first started it up. So,
yeah.
but I mean, if you just went off like normal video stuff, I'm guessing this is based in the U.S. and streaming to a U.S. audience.
Yeah.
So even if we went very low estimate of $10 per 1,000 video views, I mean that's $170 just from who's watching it right now. And that math is probably awful. Like there's probably way more to streaming on YouTube than just that. Because if that's it, then yeah, nobody would stream on YouTube.
Right. But yeah. Anything else you guys want to add?
No,
Yes and no.
yeah.
Any last words to throw in, Cage?
Chug it. Yeah. Because we're done with it by the time I said that. But
Bless you.
No
Nice.
need.
is that a situation where you'd say bless you?
I
Or
have
just
bless you.
excuse you?
Bro.
Is that? I don't know.
Excuse you.
Bless me, bro.
Bless me. I would, but I can't. I would, but. Bro, quick, bless me. Bless me. I would, but I can't.
I got this thing going on.
I got the sing.
Bless
Sting
me.
and sting.
Right? I think we're done.
I think that's it.
Thank you for watching the first episode of Teams
Yeah.
and Things. If you did watch it, if not, who am I talking to? And I feel a little stupid. Happy 4th of July, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to you, Heath. Heath's not gonna even gonna watch this.
Not
It's
gonna
gonna be
watch
hilarious.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Anyway, sayonara, nerds.
Yeah, see ya. Now we gotta open the camera app. And
Don't worry, I'll
shut
end
down.
it for you.
Yeah,
How much do you care about your phone?
I'll edit.
How much do you care about it? Should I? Wait, should I? How much do you care about your phone?
No, that's a terrible idea.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Just don't miss and hit my screen.
You missed!
You missed and hit.
I got you.